protect all the chimpanzees that live in the forests of Liberia. That's our long-term goal. But also to help the wonderful people here who live in this community, but also hopefully across this country. We really, really love Liberia. We're probably never leaving this country. This has become our home, and we're very, very grateful to be here. So I'll hand it over to my wife, Jenny.
Hi everybody, thank you so much. I think I know almost every face here, which is really exciting. Wow, I'll start crying, I think. This has been a long journey to get here. And everybody who is here has played a really important part. I have notes here because I'm so afraid I'm gonna forget people because my gosh, I mean, the list is endless. We have people who have made this happen. I can talk about the physical aspect of this. These buildings are beautiful. You can think Sigma Construction is incredible. They're here today also. I think you'll notice when we do the tour later how beautiful the buildings are. They just did such a professional job, and we're so happy with the buildings here. But first, before I go into thanking people, and I'll say just a few words and then we'll move on because I know everybody is quite busy and I know everybody has other things to do. I will just introduce you to Mary Beauty, although I think almost everybody here has met her. This is Mary Beauty. She is Liberia Chimpanzee Rescue and Protection's youngest orphan. And she's not used to this many people. She's used to being with just me. But she is, for me, a real ambassador of what we're trying to do here because she was, her family was killed in Sapo National Park. So we know, even though we're protecting parks, we still have work to do to make them safe for these guys and for all the other wildlife and for all the communities around them. She was less than a week old and she almost died. And she's now 6 months and she's strong. And she will hopefully live a happy, joyful life in the forest behind you for 50 years. These guys live for 50 years. So I think we can never forget that every chimp that we get, he or she has a 50-year lifespan, and they don't go back to the wild. So little Mary Beauty comes here, her family's been killed, and she comes to us, and she's safe, but the rest of her family all died. And the next chimp who comes, it means the same thing. So I think that's the important thing to start with for all of us to be aware of what's happening. And so while we're really happy to have Mary Beauty here and to have this place, we also want to make sure that we know that really where she should be is the forest. So that's our goal. Our goal is to rescue chimps in need and keep wild chimps wild. And so I want us I'm going to list a bunch of people, but our personal families, the Bouchard family, Kate and Rooney Mara, Michelle Cho, Rickenbach family, the Gill Foundation, Vets International, Jane Goodall Institute, Born Free, all huge, huge donors to this. Our architect Shafiq, Sigma Construction I mentioned, the BBC who did our incredible baby chimp rescue show and featured not just us but all of Liberia. Of course our partners, Forestry Development Authority, their prime partner, and everybody within there. The Wildlife Division, the Wildlife Confiscation Unit, our Wildlife Crime Task Force. I mean, amazing, amazing work. I think Liberia is a model for what you can do in a very, very short time to fight wildlife crime and to raise awareness and to change an entire country to be a different way and change a culture to be a more respectful of biodiversity and how it can benefit not only wildlife and non-humans, but also our human populations. All of our organizational partners, WCF, FFI, CI, SCNL, NFIL, oh my gosh, the list goes on and on. Our community, John Lloyd, our commissioner, is here today, and our whole community. And of course, our ambassador partners, namely the European Union, who actually funded almost that entire gigantic building, which we will tour later, behind you. Which is where the chimpanzees will sleep every night. It's a very, very important building, and it was very difficult to build and quite costly, and the European Union made that happen for us. We also have great support from the United Kingdom, and we have the ambassador here today. We have great support from the USA. Again, have support here from them today. You'll hear from them in a minute. And last but very not least, I'd like to thank our team, which includes people who are here and even people abroad who help us. Wing Crawley, Donnie Moss, Cheyenne Steffen, Ali Russo, those are people who aren't here. But our team here, we have a team of over 30 people who work for Liberia Chimpanzee Rescue and Protection. They're all from Liberia, and they are absolutely amazing people who spend day and night making sure that this place works and that these babies are raised properly and happily and have a great life. And it's beyond me how fortunate we are to have all of these people behind us. So what I'll finish to say, I'll get back to Mary Beauty, and I'll just say that, again, we're happy that she's here. She should be in the forest. So what our real goal is to keep wild chimps wild. And we want to expand this place to make a One Health Conservation Center where we can do training with groups like FTI and University of Liberia, and FDA can be here doing all kinds of amazing work and training, and they can share their expertise, and we can train our models that we've built here, like our Wildlife Crime Task Force, can be shared with the region and internationally. And so I'm going to finish by saying that up here on the wall behind these gentlemen is what I'm calling Be a Chimp Champ. Keep chimps in the wild. And the hashtag we have here is Stop the Trade. And it's a zero tolerance. Zero tolerance for killing chimps. And what I'm going to ask everybody to do at the end of this, after we do a tour, or before, anytime you're here, before you walk out of here, I challenge you to sign this pledge. You can write your name right on here, right on the banner. And let's all, if everybody here, the only reason chimps are still being killed in Liberia is because we are allowing them to still be killed. The only reason. So if we all make a pledge today to stop the trade and we say zero tolerance for killing chimps, I believe we can do it. So thank you everybody very, very much. And the next person I'm going to introduce is the Honorable C. Mike Dorian, a very good friend to me and to Liberia Chimpanzee Rescue and Protection, and a great friend to wildlife in Liberia. Thank you.